Welcome back to another Sunday prep day. Every Sunday I do my mise en place for the week, such as cutting on my vegetables and other things that take a bunch of time. So this week I'm going to make some carnitas and I am going to cook some beans for some vegan tacos tomorrow. So for dinner tonight I'm going to have some broccoli. So I'm just taking some florets off, and I'll also use some, and I'll use the stems for a broccoli stir fry later in the week. So let's go over the menu as I dice up some stems from the broccoli. I always save these for things just like this, where I'm going to be doing like a stir fry, or sometimes I do like broccoli rice, or I will do like low carb wraps. I'll just cut the bottom end off because that's kind of woody. And then cut into quarters and slice. So yeah, my menu. I'm diabetic, so I try to eat low carb lunches just to basically cut my carbs in half. Except on the weekend when I have sandwiches, so that's my cheat day. So that's what I'm having for lunch today. I have some ham, I think, and some cheese. So, and then, like I said, for dinner, I'll have broccoli with some of these small little potatoes that I'm gonna roast, and some chicken breast. Then tomorrow, I always do meatless Mondays. So for lunch, I'm just gonna have a salad with some cucumber and pepper. That's like my go-to. And then for dinner, if you've followed me, you've seen that I've been making these lentil tacos lately. And I basically want to do a variant with beans instead of just lentils every time. So we'll see how that works out. So in a bit I will actually cook some beans, but I always do my veg first and then everything else. So here I have some red cabbage for the tacos. I'm just going to take some of the outer leaves off. Well, first the dried out very outer leaf, and then I'll take off a few leaves to slice up. Because if you leave the head intact, it just lasts a lot longer. And I don't know yet when I'm going to be using the rest of this. So yeah, we've had Monday. On Tuesday, I'm going to do some lettuce wraps, because that's a nice lunch to bring to work. And I'll probably just do that with chicken and some vegetables. And then for dinner, I always do Taco Tuesdays. So this time I'm going to do carnitas. That's what I'm going to make the carnita meat, and I'll use that meat in several meals actually during the week. So let's see if I slice this up, how much this is going to be. Because this is just going to be for the vegan tacos, so I don't need that much. So yeah, carnitas. Then on Wednesday for lunch, I'm just gonna do a broccoli stir fry. So the broccoli stems, chicken, and some peppers, onions, carrots, all the veg I have. Yeah, that should be enough for my tacos. Then for dinner, I'm gonna use more of those carnitas, but I'm gonna do like a carnitas bowl. So I'm just gonna cut some of these carrots for the stir fry. Let's see. So carnitas bowl. So I'll do some lime cilantro rice, and I'll probably make like a little salsa with peppers, cucumber, cilantro, then on Thursday for lunch, I'm gonna do some lettuce wraps again with chicken. And then for dinner, I'm gonna do some pasta. I haven't completely figured out the sauce yet, but probably with like a tomato-based sauce, carrots, chilies, peppers, onion, you know, the usual veg. And then Friday, lettuce wraps again, but with fish because I do fish Fridays. And then for dinner, I'm gonna make some sushi. It's been a while since I made some, so I'll probably do salmon and some cucumber. And yeah, I'll figure out exactly. Still have like some ginger, like pickled ginger and stuff in the fridge, so I can just figure something out. So those are my sliced carrots, and then here I have my microplane, and I'll just grate some of these carrots as well for the vegan tacos, because they will give a bit of a meatier texture to the beans or lentils or whatever you're using. And I'll just do 4 of these really tiny ones. Next up, some onion. I'll cut some red onion for the pasta, for the vegan tacos, for the lettuce wraps, for the stir fry. I'm just gonna do like little half rings. I don't need it too fine. And I'll just do 2 red ones. And then I also have a regular yellow onion, and I'll just slice that up for the carnitas. And speaking of the carnitas, I'll just grab a few whole cloves of garlic. I'll dump in with the onions later when I make the carnitas. And then I'll cut some more garlic a bit fine for the lettuce wraps, for the pasta, the stir fry, everything else basically. So I'll just run my knife through. Next up, let's do some chilies. So I have some different colors. They're all cayenne. And I'll just cut them into little slices. They're also for the lettuce wraps, the stir fries. I'll throw some in with the carnitas, the tacos. And then some peppers. I have a red one and a yellow one. And I'm just gonna clean those out. And half of each I'm just gonna cut in these strips. Those will go on my salad, for example. And then the other halves I'm gonna cut a bit finer, so they can go in the pasta, in the lettuce wraps, things like that. So I'll do the same with the red one. And like I said, these I'll cut a bit finer, so I'll cut them one way first. And then the other way. And again, I'll do the exact same for the red. And then I have these little potatoes. I'm just going to cut in half and I'll roast them tonight in the Ninja Foodi. So they just get a nice crust on them if you cut them in half. I'll just do that with all of them. And then some cucumber, again for my salad. So I'll just cut those into slices. And lastly, for the veg prep side of things, I'll take some cilantro. I'm saving the stems for things like a curry paste. And I'll just cut this nice and fine. This is going to go in the lime cilantro rice. And I'll put some in the vegan tacos as well. So I'll just cut that nice and fine. Alright, that's the veg prep side of things done, so I'm just going to clean up a bit and then we'll get started on the carnitas and on the beans. Okay, I'm going to multitask a bit. I'm going to put this Ninja Foodi on saute and heat that up. And that can go on pressure for it in a little bit. So let's grab some oil and get that nice and hot in the Ninja Foodi that I have on saute. And in the other one, here I have some beans. I have some black beans and some pinto beans. You can choose whatever you have. Just put that in there. So that's about a cup's worth, and I'm adding 4 cups worth, or 1 liter of water. And I'll add a bit of salt. Put on the pressure lid. Make sure the valve is closed. And then I'll pressure cook this for 30 minutes. And while that cooks, here I have just some stewing pork. So any cut will do basically. And this Ninja Foodi is preheated, so I'm just going to add my pork to that. Add a bit of salt. And I'm just going to cook that until that has some color on it. It doesn't have to be done all the way through because we're going to pressure cook it, but I want some nice color just for flavor. And then after getting some color on the meat, I'll just take it out. And I will add my onions and whole cloves of garlic. And I'll just let those soften for a couple of minutes. And now that the onions have softened, I'm adding my meat back in. And make sure you get all the juices from the pork as well. And then I'll add some lime juice. Some chicken stock cubes. A bit of cumin. And I almost forgot to add some chilies. Add enough water to mostly submerge the meat. Put the pressure lid on, make sure the valve is closed. Change this to pressure. And we'll go about 50 minutes. 45 to 50 minutes is when the pork will start to fall apart. So I'll just let that go. This can just go on natural pressure release, that as well. So I'll come back when all of this is finished. There's nothing to do except for wait now. And that was it. The beans are all done. I can use those in my tacos tomorrow. The pork is shredded and ready to go in several meals. So yeah, that concludes all my prep work. I can now have lunch or dinner on the table in minutes. So if you like this, I do this every single Sunday and every month or so, I post a video of what I eat in a whole week. So I take everything I prep and make all my meals, so you can get to see what I do with all the ingredients. And I actually posted one last Friday, so 2 days ago. So, but yeah, maybe leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe, and thank you for watching. Until next time, bye for now.